propping us into some good weather this week. What do we have ahead, Ryan?
Moisture, plenty of moisture. Some flooding in the Four Corners, much needed rainfall in Albuquerque, and during the past 36 to 48 hours, rounds of thunderstorms, even clipping the metro, but producing river flooding, especially in Pagosa Springs, with a record amount of rainfall in some areas, and even some areas around the Pagosa Springs resort dealing with flooding, kind of just running over the riverbanks and into parts of downtown Pagosa Springs. And yeah, look at that round of storms Saturday. A lot of those storms were far to the south yesterday, and now more showers are beginning to move from southwestern parts of New Mexico into the Four Corners. So Farmington, very soon you'll deal with more rainfall, as well as Durango, and some light showers near Lordsburg. Elsewhere, we're mostly rain-free, just some light showers in the northern mountains. And in the higher mountain peaks soon in the San Juan Mountains, more wet snow will mix on in. A backdoor front is moving through Clayton, a 31-mile-per-hour wind gust. So that backdoor front is bringing in more low-level moisture, more fog, not only in the Ruidoso area with 0-mile visibility, but as far southwest as Silver City and Deming. 0-mile visibility in Silver City, 2-mile visibility in Deming, 7-mile visibility right now in Gallup. So we are dealing with very damp conditions, and the Sandias are socked in with clouds out there. So partly to mostly cloudy skies here in Albuquerque, 61 degrees, 87% humidity, and a southerly wind at 6 miles per hour. Mostly good visibility right now in the Duke City. 55 right now in Santa Fe. Near 70 in places like Carlsbad, 60 in Deming, 58 Silver City, and damp, as well as damp but even cooler in Ruidoso, 48. 40 Alamosa, 46 in Raton, 53 in cooling off in Clayton. 51 right now in Farmington, 44 chilly in places like Durango, only warming up in the high 50s and low 60s this afternoon. We'll be lucky to reach around the 70-degree mark in parts of the metro. High 70s near 80 in southeast New Mexico, 60s in Clayton, near 70 from Santa Rosa to Clovis, depending on where that backdoor front settles. Many areas to the south and west will only reach the 60s this afternoon. So that batch of showers near Farmington will form into heavier showers and high elevation wet snow showers in parts of the Four Corners, and a batch of showers may approach Albuquerque from all the way from Hidalgo County. More showers from Puerto Palomas will move through Las Cruces, and those showers will reform into thunderstorms this afternoon in west New Mexico, parts of the Central Mountains, the San Juan Mountains, and all the way to eastern New Mexico. An active day of storms. The potential for hail, strong winds also there. Those storms will really move off to the north and east. Heavier rainfall, including Santa Fe, all the way through eventually the northeast highlands overnight tomorrow morning, including Alamogordo, Roswell, all the way through Tucumcari. So from west to east, from south to north, plenty of precipitation. That flash flooding threat higher today. And around Durango, there's that slight chance as well as Silver City, meaning at least a few storms likely going to produce flash flooding. So a very wet start to the work week. A plume of moisture from a remnant tropical storm will produce, again, more rainfall today, eventually in eastern New Mexico overnight tomorrow. That surge of moisture will last through Wednesday, eventually dry out in the Four Corners. The amount of precipitation that we'll see will be locally an additional 1 to 3 inches on top of already a few inches of rain in parts of the Pagosa Springs area. And even Las Vegas, look at that, at least 2 inches of rain potentially through Wednesday from Albuquerque, Santa Fe, between 1/4 and 1/2 inch, pretty likely. So a temperature roller coaster, temperatures dropping in the lower elevations for some areas today in the 50s and 60s, then warming up tomorrow into Wednesday, and then we'll start to cool off Thursday into Friday, but with drier weather. River flood warnings around Pagosa Springs and parts of southern Colorado, and a flash flood watch is also in effect for today. But also, high elevation wet snow will mix in through Thursday morning. Those darker blues symbolizing, for some areas, 6 to 12 inches or more of snow in the high elevations of the San Juan Mountains. So chilly morning temperatures in Durango, and then drying out, remaining cool though by the end of the week in Pagosa Springs as well. In Farmington, Cuba, and Gallup, damp weather conditions and breezy conditions through Silver City, Alamogordo, Socorro, damp conditions but warmer and drier eventually ahead before their next cool down. Carrizoso, Ruidoso, Roswell, and Hobbs. Most of those storms later this evening. Mora, Clayton, and Santa Rosa also damp. And that backdoor front meeting through the mountains and Red River, Santa Fe, and Los Alamos. Fall, yeah, is here with the wet conditions. Moriarty, Cedar Crest, Sandia Park. 2 from the north to south valley of Albuquerque. Expect gustier winds this morning, rainfall throughout the day. And eventually, despite the brief warm-up, then temperatures will drop later this week with drier weather.
Yeah, there you go. I got to say, I should have worn a green tie. I'm a little green with jealousy. Steph took some of the best video I saw of the
Oh,
Aspens.
yes, I just saw that
Yeah.
before this hit.
We went up to the ski basin in Santa Fe on Saturday morning, took a little cruise up there. It was beautiful. First of all, the weather, phenomenal. It was drizzling the whole time we went up, top down, camera out. It was just, chef's kiss, perfect morning. Yeah.
The second I saw it yesterday, I was like, double tap.
Yeah, it
Love
was
it.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And it was foggy from that drizzle that we were experiencing and the cooler temperatures. So the fog on top of the yellows and oranges,
Fall is here.
unbeatable.
That's
Yeah.
New Mexico. That's perfection right there. Yep. All right. Thanks a lot, Ryan.